Welcome back to We Talk Boxing, and today I will be discussing the scheduled fight between Dmitrii Bivol versus Gilbert Ramirez on the 5th of November in Abu Dhabi, which is going to be shown live on DAZN pay-per-view. So before we continue, please subscribe, like and comment for more boxing related content and help us grow this channel even further. So this fight will see Bivol defend his WBA Light Heavyweight title against the #1 ranked fighter in the WBA rankings, which is Gilbert Ramirez. Also, both of these guys are quite highly ranked in the Ring magazine. Obviously, Bivol is ranked #1 and Ramirez is currently ranked #3 in the Ring magazine rankings as well. So there's quite a lot at stake for this fight. Now, both fighters, have excellent boxing records. Ramirez is currently 44 wins, to his name, and he's got 30 KOs as well, which is, outstanding really. Whilst Bivol, he's got 20 wins to his name with 11 KOs as well within those fights. Now, Ramirez is highly ranked, in 3 of the 4 boxing organizations. He's currently ranked #2 with the WBO, #5 with the IBF, and as I've previously mentioned, he's ranked #1 with the WBA and #3 in the Ring magazine. Now, Bivol, obviously he is currently the WBA champion, which means that he's not ranked in any of the other boxing divisions. So the physical stats, between both guys reveal, that both guys are both age 31 years of age. And, you sees Ramirez being the taller man, by 0.2 of an inch, obviously being 6'2", and obviously Bivol being 6 foot. Ramirez also has the bigger reach advantage by 3 inches, compared to Bivol. He's got 75-inch reach and Bivol's got 72. He's also got a bigger KO percentage than obviously Bivol as well, being 68 and Bivol's 55 KO rating. He's obviously had more bouts compared to Bivol. He started his career back in 2009 compared to Bivol. He's had 20 bouts today. He started his career in 2015 as well. Obviously, Ramirez is a Mexican fighter. He fights and resides in Mexico. Whilst, Bivol, he's a Russian fighter, but he resides in the USA, So currently that's where he does all his training, lives out of and stuff as well. Now, when comparing, their last 8 bouts, both boxers, it sees Bivol, in the last 8 bouts, he's gone the distance 7 times, with his opponents. And his last, KO/stoppage was in 2018, which was a 12th round TKO against Sullivan Barrera. Whereas, Ramirez, on the other hand, he's got 6 KOs in his last 8 bouts. Do you know what I mean? And the last time he went, the distance was again back in 2018 for him, and this was against Jesse Hart. Where Ramirez won by a majority decision. Now, off the top of my head, the only opponent that I could think both of these guys are kind of like shared the ring with, is Sullivan Barrera. Do you know what I mean? Ramirez, he fought Barrera back in 2021 and he recorded a 4th round KO over him, and he mainly done this with some punishing body shots, do you know what I mean, which led to the finish basically, do you know what I mean? Whilst, Bivol, fought Barrera back in 2018, and he recorded, a 12th round TKO victory over him. Which, to be fair, he was winning, on all the judges' scorecards anyway, so he would have won the fight if he didn't stop him. So, the caliber of fighters that both guys have shared the ring with today, it's been okay really. Like, Ramirez, and Bivol have both shared the ring with some decent guys. Ramirez has been in there with, the likes of Arthur Abraham, Jesse Hart twice, Romero Anguilla, butchered that, Sullivan Barrera and Dominic Bolisi, again, never butchered the name there. Whilst, Bivol, has shared the ring with quite a few people, to be fair. Sullivan Barrera, Isaac Chilemba, Jean Pascal, Joe Smith Jr., Gilberto Rivera, Craig Richards, Umar Salamov, as well as Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean? So to me, he's been in there with, you know what I mean, some better names really. So he's got, you know what I mean, some good quality guys on his record compared to Ramirez. So, you know what I mean, thinking about this fight between, you know what I mean, Bivol and Ramirez, you know what I mean, I feel as if he's got the makings of a good fight. Do you know what I mean? As it's, you know what I mean, a clash of skills and styles really between both guys. We've got, like, you know what I mean, the well-tuned boxer in Bivol. Do you know what I mean? And then we've got a big puncher, heavy hitter in Ramirez. Do you know what I mean? But for me, you know what I mean, I feel that, you know what I mean, if Bivol's going to have, you know what I mean, some good success, he's going to have good footwork and movement in order to try and stay away from Ramirez, you know what I mean, whilst at the same time pumping out his excellent jab, because he's got a very, very, very good jab, you know what I mean? And also, you know what I mean, as he's jabbing, you know what I mean, throw that right hand to try and land and frustrate and hurt Ramirez. Do you know what I mean? Which might put Ramirez off his game plan, because in a few of the fights that I've seen him with Ramirez, I haven't really seen him hurt really. You know what I mean? And who knows, you know what I mean, if Bivol can hurt, you know what I mean, Ramirez, he may be able to drop him or maybe get a late KO stoppage or something. Do you know what I mean? But as I said, you know what I mean, I've watched a few of Ramirez's fights and stuff, and in most of the fights, you know what I mean, it says the same thing really. He's a big puncher. Do you know what I mean? But he's got some good boxing skills as well, some good combinations. I like some of his, you know what I mean, the selections of punches that he puts together at times. You know what I mean? So he can box. Do you know what I mean? But he's mainly known, you know what I mean, as a big puncher. Do you know what I mean? And he's quite big as well. You know what I mean? The size of him. You know, when he's in the ring with some of his opponents, just looks like a beast compared to some of the guys that he's in there with, to be honest. But one thing I have noticed, do you know what I mean, that he doesn't really move his head as much. Do you know what I mean? Which leads to him getting clipped quite a few times. You know what I mean? And sometimes a lot of his opponents, you know what I mean, even tee off on him. Do you know what I mean? Catch him with quite a lot of shots and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Not saying that they hurt him and that, but you know what I mean. He is easy to hit. Do you know what I mean? And another thing as well. Do you know what I mean? His footwork isn't great. Do you know what I mean? I'd probably say, you know what I mean, Bivol's footwork and movement is a lot better. So hopefully, if Bivol could, you know what I mean, come into the fight with some good footwork and movement and stuff, he could maybe frustrate, you know what I mean, Ramirez. And like I said, his main success is going to be keeping Ramirez at bay. You know what I mean, trying to catch him with that right hand. You know what I mean, and just frustrate him in and out and stuff. And at times, you know what I mean, if he is hitting him and he is hurting him, then who knows what could happen. You know what I mean, in the latter parts of the fight, really. But yeah, I think he's got the makings of being a decent fight, really. Do you know what I mean? Because both guys, you know what I mean, have got a good pedigree. You know what I mean? Bivol's very, very durable. Do you know what I mean? He's been the distance on multiple occasions. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Ramirez is a big hitter. Do you know what I mean? And he does carry that power. So yeah, to me, it's going to come down to who's got the better game plan and who's better conditioned. Do you know what I mean, for this fight? Now, my predictions for this fight. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to say that I feel as if Bivol's going to win this fight on points. Do you know what I mean? As, you know what I mean? I'm not sure if Bivol has the power to maybe to knock out Ramirez. You know what I mean? I'm not quite sure. Obviously, I'm not, you know what I mean? Haven't really seen Ramirez hurt as well. So I'm just not sure if Bivol's got the power, or, you know what I mean, how realistically, how durable Ramirez is, you know, against someone who could actually punch and box at the same time. But for me, you know what I mean? Like Bivol, he certainly has the skills, fitness, and durability to stay away from Ramirez. So that's what he has to look to do. And he has to be and remain professional at all times and keep himself on his game plan, because one slip up, do you know what I mean? And he will touch the canvas, because, like I said, Ramirez has got power. He can bang, he can hurt people. Do you know what I mean? And that's certainly what he's going to be looking to do. He's going to look to try and make this fight as scrappy and as ugly as possible, you know what I mean, to kind of disrupt Bivol and put him off his game plan. Because to me, you know what I mean, it's his power that's going to see him winning this fight. And if he does get the victory, which I don't think he will, it's going to be by a knockout or maybe a referee stoppage. But as I said, for me, it's going to be Bivol all the way. I just feel like he's the better boxer in this fight. But who knows? I could be proven wrong, really. But anyway, you guys let me know your thoughts, you know what I mean, in the comments below. Do you know what I mean? How do you see this fight going? Who do you think's going to win? And by what method? You know what I mean? KO, stoppage, points? Do you know what I mean? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, please subscribe, like, and comment. Bless.